Viewer voice messages, ladies and gentlemen. I got a feeling these are going to be some happy bunnies today because these messages are after the Buccaneers game where Tyler Shough became him. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. We have so many messages. It's going to be, could be like 4 videos to get through all these. First one is from Derek.
James,
What's up,
brother,
man? What's
face of the
up?
franchise. How we
The
doing
best.
today, my man?
I'm doing good, man. How you
Well,
doing?
I just wanted to call in and, I feel like this pertains a little bit to some of your video topics from last week, talking about Kellen Moore's offense with the Eagles last year and how it started off slow, similar to, what we've been experiencing this year.
Yep.
I just wanted to tell you about, so last night I was at the bar. I live in Austin, Texas, mind you.
Nice.
And I'm sitting there next to some Eagles fans at the bar watching the game. And man, they were going through it. I'll tell you that much. That offense looked like horrible.
So he's talking about the Monday Night Football game against the Chargers. Man, did it look bad. Jalen Hurts, besides last drive, was horrible. And that offense is discombobulated to the max.
Except outside of a couple Saquon runs here and there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, overall, the offense was looking rough. The Eagles fans were complaining. They were struggling. And I overheard a conversation where two of them were talking, and they were like, man, how do you feel about us letting that offensive coordinator go last year? And the other one was, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was something along the lines of, man, well, based off what I've been seeing this year, that looks like that was the dumbest thing we did all off season. And, just hearing that out in the wild, fresh off the back of beating Tampa and stuff, really got me thinking this morning about like how good things could be, in the future.
Oh, yeah.
If the cards start to fall right. And man, I'm just excited. I hope we get another game like that, this season from Shuck and Coach. Even if we got 4 more, I'd be happy. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know basically that I overheard this. And I'm all the way out here in Texas. You got Eagles fans. Dude even said he was from Louisiana, so that shit don't make any sense.
Crazy triangle there. Eagles fan from Louisiana in Texas.
But you got Eagles fans out here watching their current state of their team, complaining about how they lost Kellen Moore. I think Saints fans need to just hunker down a little bit, let the man do his tinkering, let the man sort his stuff out. And, I'm not saying before you know it, we're going to be back in the Super Bowl, but like before you know it, I bet this production that we had in Tampa becomes a more consistent thing. So, yeah, man, keep up the good work. Keep doing you. Keep the videos pumping. We're going to keep watching them all. Who dat?
Thank you, Derek. Who dat? Great call. Great call. Always love to hear that kind of stuff, like boots on the ground. It's always good to get out of the echo chamber of Twitter or Reddit or whatever and to actually hear what's going on in different fan bases and teams and whatever. The whole thing with Kellen, like why I was so bullish on it and why I loved the hire is that you can't do what Kellen has done and not understand how to coach and not understand offense or not understand whatever. And for a 36-year-old rookie head coach, like, man, you got a good one. You know what I mean? Like, you got a guy who's proven he can do it in multiple stops, proven he can do it passing or running, proven he can do it to the level of winning a Super Bowl. All right, so it was very difficult for me to look at the hire and think, oh, yeah, this guy's going to fail. All of a sudden, he's just going to fail. He's just not going to understand how to do it anymore. And similar to this year, it's like Saints are struggling offensively, especially in the first quarter, whatever. It's like Kellen didn't just forget how to call offense. He just didn't forget how to design plays or whatever. And then I went back and looked at the Eagles last year. And it's amazing the conversation, how identical it was to slow start, can't score in the first quarter, whatever. And then eventually it changed. And eventually Kellen got going and he figured out and he tinkered and he got the pieces where they need to be. And we know the rest is history. But yeah, I think we just got to be patient. We got to treat Kellen Moore like we would treat a rookie quarterback, where he's going to have time to figure things out. So, all right, great call. Next up is Anonymous.
James Skrmetta, the GOAT, face of the franchise.
Yeah.
What's
true.
up? I hope you're doing good. I just wanted to say I found your channel this past off season, and I've had you on, the radio nonstop. So I just want to say thank you for everything
I
that
appreciate that,
you're
man. I
doing,
appreciate
and
that.
we all appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
So I just have a quick call here because this is the Monday after the Saints Tampa game where we beat them.
Victory Monday.
And watching the game, I was with a bunch of friends, and I think I was the only guy rooting for the Saints to win. It's gotten to a point where a bunch of my friends want the tank. They want a top pick. They want the Saints to lose all these games. And I'm trying to, tell them, like, guys, the better outcome is if the team plays good. It shows that we improved in the season. It shows that Kellen Moore's improved with his coaching.
Yep.
And I just rather the young guys play good, and I want us to win, obviously. Now, if we play good and we lose, maybe, fluke play or something like that happens, then I guess it is what it is. But I want us to play good. I want us to win. But, they are so adamant on tank, Shough sucks, all this and that. And I was just wondering what your take and your argument is on it. I would love to hear what you have to say so then I could go and relay it all to them. So, again, thank you, and I hope you have a good one.
Perfect timing, Anonymous, because I just released a video today, actually, on this week about the whole topic, about tanking and whatnot. And I'll go ahead and put the graphic up because I still have it on the computer here. But if you look at this graphic, so this shows you high picks do not correlate with future success. This is 25 years of data. This isn't 10 years, 5 years, whatever. This is 25 years of data. And this chart shows you the Jaguars, the Jets, the Browns, and the Raiders, who have had a ton of picks in the top 10, top 5, top 3, all in the last 25 years. And you see their record there. That record is their record within the 25-year time span. And then you see the Ravens, the Steelers, the Packers, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Patriots, teams that are all some of the most consistent, some of the best franchises over the last couple of decades. And look at how many times they're in the top 10, top 5, top 3. The Steelers have made one pick in the top 10 in the last 25 years, and that was Devin Bush at pick number 10. The Los Angeles Rams have had one first-round pick in the last 7 years. 6 of 7 years, they don't even show up for the first round. Okay? The Ravens have drafted twice in the top 10 in the last 25 years. 0 times in the top 5. Packers, 3 times in the top 10, once in the top 5, 0 times in the top 3. And you look at their records. If the NFL draft and tanking and a high pick and all that stuff really correlated with future success, then why are the Jaguars the greatest dynasty in the history of the NFL? They've had 18 top 10 picks in 25 years. 18! They had 9 top 5 picks, 6 in the top 3. And they are almost 100 games under 500. In that time span, they had 4 top 10 quarterbacks. Byron Leftwich, Blake Bortles, Trevor Lawrence, and who am I missing? Oh, Blaine Gabbert. So, like, it is the dumbest take in the world. I did a full video on it. Link it to them, or show them this chart, or just tell them to get a clue. All right? Good call. Glad I could help. Always glad to be able to help. Next up is Who Dat Christian.
James, what's up, brother? Man,
What's up,
I
my
just
man?
gotta say real quick, I love everything that you do, man.
Yes.
It is just a blessing to be able to hear you every fucking day, bro.
Yes.
2 videos a day. Nobody does it better.
Nobody.
I'm all the way up in Ohio now, but I'm still...
Shout out Ohio. I got a lot of friends in Ohio. I didn't go there, but I went to the Ohio State for a work thing, and I ate at the cafeteria with my guy, Bucks, who did go to Ohio State. So I've been on the campus. I've stayed on the campus. I've been in the stadium. Shout out Ohio. Big ups.
I was born and raised in New Orleans, baby. We still here. We still locked in.
There you go.
This win felt like everything, right? I mean, I know you can relate. I know a lot of people can relate. Some of them don't want to buy into that win, but a win's a win. We beat the fucking Bucks, dog.
There you go.
We beat the Bucks.
Come on.
Anytime we beat the Falcons or the Bucks, that's a win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna be too long. I just want to ask one question. I think, again, it's looking on the up, right? Everything
No
that we've
doubt.
been saying this whole season, what you've been saying is give Kellen Moore a little bit of time to cook. Tyler Shough showed up today in such a fucking amazing fashion. Amazing. And I just think that all you can ask for is a hard fought, competitive, heart and soul game. And that's what was delivered by
True.
all three phases, just like Kellen Moore says, man. But yeah, man, I just got one question. Who should we draft right now in order to put us in the best position for next year?
Okay.
Because
I didn't know what was going on.
yeah, I
Thought it
want
was
to
on
know
a
what you what your
airplane runway.
who can we draft to make the biggest impact? Sorry, my phone shut off for a second. Anyways, love you,
Oh, you're
dog.
good, man.
Love the podcast.
You're good.
Keep doing it, brother.
Thought you were free falling or something. Thank you for the call. I appreciate all the kind words. I think Arvell Reese is the best player in the draft. I think he's an absolute stud. I think he would immediately make an impact. He would give Brandon Staley just another piece. Offensively, obviously, like wide receiver, running back, playmakers, but I don't know if they're necessarily where we are in the first round. It depends on where we're going to be. If we fall enough and all of a sudden we can take Jeremiah Love at 10 or something, could change things. We take Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, however it plays out. But for where we are right now with the top 5 pick, I think you go Arvell Reese. Now, again, if we end up 7 and 10, slipping the draft a little bit, that could certainly change who we're looking at. And then we'll see how the second round, third round, all this stuff plays out. But most impact, always going to be a playmaker. Biggest need offensively is definitely an interior offensive lineman for sure. And then I think Arvell Reese is the best in the draft. Next up is Taylor.
Yo, James, what's up, man?
What's
It's
up, man? How's it
Taylor. I've been watching your channel for, so I watched it all of last year is when I found it. So I've suffered through all of that with you.
Yep.
And then the off season got hype with you.
There we
Now
go.
suffering again with you, sadly. But
Yep.
the point I'm trying to get to is yesterday during the live stream, or towards the end of the live stream, watching the game, you said something about how, like, it was right before a third down, third and long, that Shough converted for us. And you were like, these are the kind of downs that Shough needs, to have if he wants to be that guy. And I completely agree with you in that moment. And I'm sure I shared in your satisfaction when he converted that, well as multiple third downs, big third downs that we needed. It just makes me feel happy because over the past few years, really since Breeze, and even in the last few years of Breeze's career, how many times has it been 3rd and 6, 7, 3rd and 8, and above? And you're just like, well, maybe we can get a few more yards to make the punt, look better, or maybe we can get in the field goal range. You're not thinking, oh, maybe we can pick up 11 yards to get this first down.
Right.
And I'm not saying Shough is 100% that guy, but it's nice to have something like that, right? Like Breeze in his prime, 3rd and 14, we have Drew Brees. We can probably get that. We shouldn't be able to get this, but we can probably get it. Shough kind of gives me that feeling. Rattler never gave me that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Carr never gave me that feeling. If it was 3rd and 10 with Carr, you might as well punt on 3rd down, buddy, because you're not getting it. But anyway, thank you, James. I love to hear what you come up with to respond to this. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're killing it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, you always want a quarterback who's going to be able to win on hard downs. Like hard downs, those third downs, goal line, red zone. I mean, like last night, like watching the Chargers-Eagles. Like Justin Herbert, if it's 3rd and 11, you're expecting him to do something. You know what I mean? Like you're expecting him to make a play. Even if he doesn't, you still feel comfortable. Then you watch a bad quarterback or a below average quarterback, and you just have no faith in it. You want the guy who you feel comfortable with in those big downs. Like the Chiefs didn't beat the Texans, but like on 4th and 1 or 3rd and 5 or whatever, even when they failed, when Patrick Mahomes has the ball in his hands, you're feeling pretty good, right? So if you want to be the franchise quarterback, if you want to be the guy, you got to be able to win those downs. You got to be able to be comfortable in those downs. And Shough certainly was against the Bucs. All right, next up, Braden.
Hey, what's up, face of the franchise?
Up,
I just wanted to say I've been watching you for almost 2 years now, and I love seeing your subscriber count keep going up and all that and seeing you grow.
Yeah.
Anyways, my question is, what year do you realistically see us being like a threat to make the playoffs? Because obviously this year, like if we finish somewhere in the 5 to 6 win category, that's good. If we win 2-3 more games throughout the rest of this year and keep building for next year.
Yeah.
But like, what do you see us being next year? Like, do you still seeing us being like a rebuilding team next year, or like a team that takes a step to actually being a playoff contender? Because I remember after the Panthers game, we were all saying that like next year, if we have a good draft class and all that, we could be a playoff team. And then after the Falcons game, we kind of had to take a step back. And I just wanted to ask if like you feel similarly after this Buccaneers game to when you did after the Panthers game, and if you think we could actually be a serious playoff contender for next year. Anyways, that was my question. Have a great day, and I enjoy the content as always.
Thank you, man. Great call. Great question. And it's fluid. It's a fluid situation. So as far as like the playoffs, if we win out and we're 7-10, the playoffs are absolutely a possibility next year, because we're, at that point, you're way ahead of the rebuild. This is not supposed to be a 7-win team. And, we're talking hypotheticals here. If we win a couple more games and we end up with 5 wins, okay, next year you just continue the rebuild, bring in some more players, develop a little bit more. And then in 2027, you're probably taking that step to 9-10 wins. Playoff is 9-10 wins. That's what it means. So it's basically, how fast do you think you can win 9 or 10 games, or higher, obviously. Okay, so it also depends on Shough. Having a quarterback really changes things, and having that question answered really changes things. So if Shough is the guy, then we could be in that world pretty quick. I would say 2027 is like a comfortable, like not too crazy, not too negative. I think 2027, especially with the way that free agency is going to probably work out, where we had a good draft class last year. If we have another good draft class this year and the young players take a step, then you can solve a lot of issues in free agency, right? Especially like guard positions like that, where you don't want to waste a high draft pick. You want an immediate player. You can splash some cash, okay, because the Saints should be pretty decent salary cap wise in that time frame. So you can splash a little cash, shore up the defensive line or offensive line, maybe even get a piece for the interior defensive line. And then if everyone takes a step, you got 15, draft picks over the last couple of years. 2027 is, I would feel very comfortable saying we should probably be in the hunt at least. Now, another part of this is the rest of the division, right? I would say the Buccaneers are slowly taking a step back. They're just getting older. Their window's closing, whatever. The Panthers might be on the up and up. The Falcons, I would say, are on the down, or maybe not on the down, but they got a lot of questions, because they're probably going to fire their coach, probably going to fire their OC. They got to start paying players, so that means some players may leave. They don't have a draft pick this upcoming year, so they have talent, but the bill is starting to come due for a lot of those players. So we're in a pretty good spot in our division. We're in a pretty good spot just overall. We need to finish strong, and but 2027, I would say, is probably pretty comfortable, pretty comfortable like destination. Next up, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
This is post Saints dub. What? I
There
said
you
this
go.
is post Saints dub.
Victory Monday, son.
Hasn't happened very often, so we got to get it in while we can.
Very true.
I was calling to see how you felt about old Rat Daddy. Now, obviously, Tyler Shough still got to prove it a little bit.
I was not expecting that.
I'm down to put up the statue, but I don't know about the rest of New Orleans. So I want to see what we did with Ratty. Do we keep him as a backup for next year? Do we trade him away for picks? What do you think about that? Also forgot to mention Mr. Face of the franchise.
Right.
The GOAT, some
No one does it better.
I would say.
So
I just wanted to see where you were at with that. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. I don't think we can trade Rattler. I don't think there's a market for him. I don't think a team would trade for him. I think he'll just probably play out his contract, and he's either going to remain as a good backup, solid backup, or we'll let him walk and go somewhere else. But I don't think there's a trade market. I don't think I don't think there's any value as far as like a trade for Rattler. So unfortunately, but it is what it is. But I like Rattler and I like Shough, and both of them have played admirably. So I think we'll just hold on to him, and it'll just be Shough and Rattler. Pretty decent situation to have your 2 quarterbacks on rookie contracts, pretty cheap, serviceable backup, and a solid starter. So yeah, I don't think there's any trade value. Next up, Lou Mack.
Hey, James, first of all, appreciate you for being the face of the franchise.
Thank you, man.
But my question is, you always say winning cures all, or winning is the cure, while we enjoyed the win. But how do you feel about continuing to win, potentially moving our draft pick spot from 3 to, let's say, at the worst, like 5, 6, 7, even 8? How do you feel about that situation? Because I know most people are gung-ho on we need the first pick, second pick, third pick, or whatever like that. So what's your thoughts on that?
I'd be the happiest guy in the world. If we just kept winning. I'd be totally fine with it. I'm not going to go in length about the draft things. I know that I've talked about it in full video, talked about it in this video. But, yeah, if it meant – at the end of the day, like, you're basically asking – I'm not saying you are, but, like, if that question is being posed, the question is, would you rather positive development and a positive trend for your rookie quarterback, rookie left tackle, rookie running back, young wide receivers, rookie head coach, rookie linebacker, rookie cornerback, rookie safety, young defensive end? Would you rather all of that to be positive and trending in the right direction and lessen a draft pick, or risk all of that to have like a 40-ish% chance to hit on a draft pick? I would always rather the positive trend in my team going up. Is just how I would do it. I would not risk the entire team and all the assets we already have in order to take a pick 3 or 4 spots ahead of where we're at. I would always rather win. I would always rather trend up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up is P Nasty.
What's up, James?
What's up?
AKA the best in the world.
True.
And no, I'm not talking about CM Punk.
No, you're talking about the superstar.
Before I get started, I just wanted to toot my own horn a little bit.
Go ahead.
So I just got my YouTube recap back, and it told me I'm in the top 0.1% of listeners to the James Skrmetta channel.
Yes.
And I've watched a grand total of 665 videos over the whole year.
That's nice. That's nice. You guys, y'all's YouTube recaps y'all were hitting me with were blowing my mind. Blowing my damn mind. They had some, I think the high score, I was trying to repost as many as I could. I think the high score was like 1,100 videos. Watched 1,100 of my videos. That's unbelievable dedication. So, 600 is insane. 300 is insane. 100 is insane. 50 is insane. All right. So, unreal stuff. I cannot imagine how much I appreciate that.
That's not dedication. I don't know what is.
Yeah.
So the Saints Bucks game just finished, and that was a pretty complete performance by the team. Our offense was humming. 24 points is basically an offensive explosion for us.
24 points might as well be 240 points.
The defense stepped up in a big way. I guess the only blemish is Charlie Smith's missed field goal.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Yeah,
but that was in the rain, so that's fine. Yeah. That's whatever.
If he would have hit that, it'd been the greatest day of all time.
But man, I just can't remember a win feeling this good. And the future is bright. We have a franchise quarterback if Tyler Shough can keep playing like this over the last few games. And I'm just ready for Arvell Reese season. Hey, let's go. Who dat? Thank you, James.
Thank you, man. Arvell Reese would be one hell of a piece for sure. And, these wins, they do feel good, man. They do feel good. And they should feel good. And let it feel good. You know, like people who are up in arms about losing and the draft pick, enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. It's that easy. Like, it's not rocket science. Enjoy the win, root for the team, win on Sundays. We're on to Carolina. You know, like don't root for your own team to lose so that you can draft Zach Wilson or Trey Lance or whoever, right? Enjoy it. Especially all of us, you know what I mean? All of us who watch this and do it every single day and listen and watch and talk about it and whatever. You deserve to enjoy the win. So, enjoy it, man. All right, next up is Michael Youngblood.
What's going on, James? Face of the franchise. This is Michael Youngblood, and yes, Youngblood is my real last name. I have an issue with people who say fire Mickey Loomis.
Oh.
Because while he's done a few things wrong, contracts are a big issue. He also did a lot of things right. And I think people forget that he and Sean Payton made that 2018 Saints team, which was the greatest Saints team of all time. Then we all know how they were robbed by the Rams.
Yep.
But then another issue I have is, like, who else do you want? Give me 3 general managers that would be better than Mickey Loomis. Because it's not like there's just a line of 10 general managers just waiting for contracts. Like that.
Well, that's a great point, Michael. And that's something I always tell people when they're like, well, fire Gail Benson. It's like, well, what do you want the next owner to do? Fire Mickey Loomis. Okay, well then what do you want the next GM to do? If the answer is not mess up draft picks, not make bad contract, like if it's just a flat thing like that, every single GM does that. Every GM misses on picks. Right? Like, and in the grand scheme of things too, missing on Trevor Penning or Marcus Davenport or Isaiah Foskey, I can't even imagine what the franchise would be doing if we traded up and got Trey Lance. If we took Anthony Richardson. You know, like, in the grand scheme of things, missing on Cesar Ruiz, how about you go be Minnesota and let Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones walk so that you can draft J.J. McCarthy and go from a 14-win team to nothing? Okay, so, again, sometimes you have to just take a couple steps back and look at the entire league. It's also kind of crazy to think about the coaches that Mickey's hired. Just look at offensively. Here are the last coaches he has hired offensively. Sean Payton, Clint Kubiak, Kellen Moore. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Like, all right. That's pretty deep. Pretty dope. You know, like, I mean, yeah, there are bad draft picks. And who does that actually go to? Mickey's not really a personnel guy. He's more of a finance kind of GM. So if Marcus Davenport is on him, then doesn't Alvin Kamara also have to be on him? If, like, Isaiah Foskey's on him, is Trey Hendrickson on him? If Michael Thomas is on Sean Payton, then who is, you know, like, you got to, it's difficult to do that. You don't know who's who or whose responsibility is what. I would guess Sean Payton's making a majority of those draft decisions. I would guess Kellen Moore and his staff are making a lot of the draft decisions. I don't think Mickey is grinding out tape. I don't think him and Gail Benson are watching Michigan State tape to figure out who to draft. Like, I just don't see this happening. So, you know, I've been very outspoken on this whole thing, but I don't think we realize like what an actual bad GM or actual bad decisions look like.
That's just not the way it works. Like, who else do you want? And by the way, I'm recording this right after Devin Neal just scored his first touchdown in the NFL.
There you go.
While waiting for a commercial break to end, so good first strive to be a Saints fan.
Absolutely. 100%.
I'll see you, James. Face of the franchise. One more thing, James. I know I just left a message, but I just wanted to say I looked at my YouTube recap of the year, and you were my #1 channel.
Unbelievable.
Who dat?
There you go. Who dat, man? Unreal. Much appreciated. All right. Good stuff. Next up, let's go with Rufflem.
What's up, James?
What's up, Rufflem?
The New Orleans Saints get the win against Tampa. 7-5 team. They're a good team.
Yeah.
I'm not going to really talk much about Tyler Shough because I feel like that's the whole headline right now. Do I
Yeah.
want to ask you this? Which performance do you think was better from Tyler Shough? The one against Carolina or the one against Tampa Bay? I'd like to hear your
Tampa
thoughts on
Bay.
that. Number two, this kind of shakes up some things in the draft because I feel like, you know, receiver isn't too much of a need in my opinion. And then you can
Eh,
also say quarterback's not too much of a need in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Well, if any at all, because Tyler Shough looks good. I think the running back room doesn't need is not really a huge need, if not at all, arguably, because you still want to see what you have in Kendra Miller next year, and Devin Neal he's a rising player.
I think Devin Neal's a solid backup. Kendra Miller's coming off a serious injury, so I mean, you never know how that plays out. I think running back is a position of need. The question is, like, where do you draft? I mean, like, that's one of those things you got to kind of see the odds board, or not the odds board, the sports gambling mindset there. The draft board, like last year. It's like, okay, you can have Ashton Genty 6th overall, or you can wait and get Quinshon Judkins and Cam Scatterbo. It's like, okay, I'm going to wait. You know what I mean? Same with this year. It's like, yeah, you can take Jeremiah Love top 10, or who's going to be there in the third round? Who's going to be the guy late? That's the next Cam Scatterbo, the next, Travion Henderson, whoever. So you got to kind of see how that plays out. Wide receiver, I think playmakers would be good. Having Chris Olave, another wide receiver. Chris Olave, Cardinal Tate, and Devon Vele, pretty serious wide receiver room all of a sudden. Right? So,
same goes for the defense. Like, Demario Davis is still playing good.
Yep.
Danny Stutzman.
Yep.
He had some flashes. So maybe the linebacker position might need some help. But then again, like, you had a good game offensively, defensively. You had a really good game. It's just a lot of these like draft picks that we've all been looking on positions like wide receiver, running back, quarterback, even tight end. Jawan Johnson looks fine. He hasn't been really dropping passes if any at all as of recently. So, but the only main needs I would look at right now is the offensive line, specifically the guard position, because we need help there.
Yes.
Especially with the injuries that have been coming up. It's been bad. So I'd say we go for a guard in the first round.
Well, that's another part, right? Like, you don't really draft a guard in the top 5. Where are we going to be? Like, even top 10, it's like, do you take a guard there? Probably not. Probably wait a little longer to get a guard, or do you take care of that in free agency? I've always said take care of positions like guard, even like cornerbacks, like really volatile positions that you can just get a sure thing for kind of cheap in free agency. Just do it that way, and then take the big swings in the draft.
Ready available, and then try and look at a position like a linebacker, a position like cornerback. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. Oh yeah, Kellen Moore. I thought his play calling was pretty good. Loki.
Very good.
He
Very
adapted.
Good. Yeah.
We kind of thought. I was starting to think like the first half of the Miami game. I thought Kellen Moore cannot make adjustments when he needs to. He proved me wrong this game. So yeah, Brandon Staley played a very good game. He coached very very good defensively. I thought his plays were nice. Can you believe that Tampa Bay went for it 7 times
Wild.
fourth down?
Yeah,
I mean,
wild.
what are you doing? Like,
I
understand you got to get it, but like, you need to score those field goals too. Like, and I thought that PI call at the end that was not called was actually a PI. We just kind of got lucky there, so thank you, reps. But yeah, as for our next game against Carolina, I don't even know how to describe Carolina. Carolina is like
very up and down.
There are games where they're so bad against bad teams, and then there are games where they beat the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
They beat the Green Bay Packers. So I don't know what they're gonna be when they face us at home. Like, I don't even know. Bryce Young, it looks like he can throw now, hopefully. Watch me say that, and he throws 4 picks against us next game. I
hope so.
I don't even know how to describe Carolina. They're weird. Probably the most confusing team I've ever seen. But yeah,
they're up there.
I want you to let me know your thoughts on this, and yeah, Who that baby?
Yeah,
We got the win.
We got it. We did it. We did what we had to do. I hope we beat Carolina, man. Winning back to back like that. 2 divisional games, 1 on the road, 1 at home would be huge. Carolina coming off the bye is not great for the Saints. Not a great scheduling spot for us, but yeah, I mean, you never know with Bryce Young. You never know with that team. They're very, very up and down. Very up and down. All right, the next one, we are going to end the video with Podcast J.
The man, the myth, the legend. You already know who it is. Podcast J, man. It never ends.
Yep.
Cold outside. Time is right now.
Freezing.
I'm back in Atlanta. Left the city a couple days ago. 6:01 p.m. Mama just made a pot of gumbo. It's about 30.
Man, I made a pot of gumbo last weekend. If y'all saw, I posted on my Twitter and Instagram. So if you're not following me there, go take a look. But yeah, it's gumbo season.
8 degrees outside. Feel great. Off a win. Second half in the start right now with the Packers and the Bears. I feel great. Tyler, if people think I'm lying, they can go back and listen to the previous things that I was saying. Tyler Shough is our QB1. Well, yeah, rushing touchdowns. He got to pass the. Shut the hell up, bro. Like it was raining. Look at the conditions. That one, he didn't even supposed to have an interception. That was bad communication on him and Olave, and that wasn't supposed to happen. He supposed to have a clean game. Like I did, I went back and I watched some of the highlights and everything. He got sacked a couple times, but then again, it's not his fault. I sat there, I put the stopwatch on, said go, 1, 2, 3 seconds. The man is getting pressured and finna get sacked. He can't even get to the top of his drop to do anything. It's unbelievable. Like that one when he rolled out from Vita Vea and then rolled out to the left, got up down the seam for a touchdown. It's like, bro, he don't have any time. Now wait till we get playmakers.
Yeah, sacks, absolutely, like you just said, you got to stopwatch out. Sacks, absolutely, you got to have a ton of context. You got to see exactly what's going on. Some sacks are on the quarterback, some are on the offensive line. It absolutely does change. And some of them are just flat out like coverage sacks. Like there's nothing anybody can really do.
Vele is developing great. Like, I like Vele. Yeah, he's older. Shut the hell up. He's young. It's not a lot of wear and tear on his body. Age, that shit does not matter. He is young.
Yeah, true.
He don't have, like I said, a lot of wear and tear on his body.
Yep.
Feel great about the game. Devin Neal showed a lot. I think him, Kendra, and Alvin can be something great. I'll say something good. Kendra for definitely. We know what Kendra can do. He stay healthy, so let's remember that. Only thing I can say, yeah, we going to the draft looking for a guard. Maybe we go get a nice backup for Eric McCoy because it seems like he's starting to get a little injury prone. Hopefully, it's not like that next season.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back years, McCoy gets out for the year is tough for sure.
McCoy look, yeah, we just need a guard, man. I think next year for sure, Tally gonna be back right. First year coming back playing his normal position after playing left tackle, injury prone a little bit this season. Let him get another. This is the season under his belt to get back to his normal position. So we'll see how that play out with Tally. But Kelvin Banks once again holding it down. The young players are developing so fucking well, son. Like it's unbelievable on how they developing.
It is kind of
Quincy
crazy.
Riley's good. I wouldn't be mad if we wouldn't got another corner in the draft. Wouldn't be mad about it because I mean Quincy is good, but I think
I think you can always use depth of those kind of positions, give Staley more pieces. Staley's very similar to Kellen Moore where he wants to move the chess pieces around the board. So give him more players to do that with, more matchup problems. I think drafting a cornerback would be fine.
I think that interception he caught, I think that was supposed to be an interception. Really, Baker posted through about 3 or 4 interceptions because it went at halftime. That supposed to be an interception. Oh shit, that's a PI on the Bears. That's crazy. But yeah, well, look, Jonas Sanker, he that flag, he was in great coverage. He honestly didn't have to hook.
Yeah, he didn't have to put the arm over him. That's just a rookie mistake. But yeah, he had great positioning. It's just you can't drape that arm.
Hook him. Who cares? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's we doing all right. Tyler Shough is that man. We go get Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, old boy out of Louisville, adding along. This is the thing. This might be a crazy take, but us getting our 4th round pick back from us giving up Rashid Shaheed, I think it's almost like a trade off. We got Vele for Rashid Shaheed, and we still got our 4th round. I honestly like it. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, you're speaking my language, but yeah, I mean, if you look at it through that lens, it's pretty sweet business. It's pretty sweet, and you don't have to pay them. And that's the thing with Shough. Like, Shough was coming up on that contract where you got to pay him, and we're not going to pay him. So if you can swap him for Vele, keep a pick, like whatever, sure, it works for me.
We got rid of Shough, and it sounds crazy. I have, as of right now, I'm wearing my Rashid Shaheed jersey right now, the gold one, because they played Atlanta, we played today. I'm like, fuck it, let me rock Shaheed. They playing them bums.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Got a punt return.
Yeah,
right?
He got his kickoff return. Whoop-de-doo. Hey, I'm happy for him. I love it. I want to see him do good. But
yeah, same.
He don't know how to run a full route tree. That's not in his game.
100%.
Devon Bailey, we see what he can do. That big frame. I want y'all to go back and go look at that clip too. I think it was about it's when they threw a flag. Devon Bailey hit like a quick out route. He was like lined up in the slot. That shit was so fucking sexy. He was on the right side of the field. It was so sexy. Overall, we're going to be all right. Tampa Bay, they finna burn everything down. The NFC South is wide open for next year. And I'm just being honest. And I think we are on the right path.
Yeah.
We just get Tyler Shuck a little protection, he'll be all right. Y'all see what Shador doing. Like I said, Tyler Shuck is better. We will be running the South next season. Carolina, bro, look, it's Carolina. When we played them, they can't do shit against us. It's something about us against Bryce Young.
Yeah, it's Brandon Staley.
Bryce Young, for some reason, the black and gold shiver his fucking timbers because he fold every time. He's an omelet. Anyways, hey, we happy right now. It's a great day, but I still want to say, James, we appreciate you. We gonna keep showing you love. You are like a therapist and everything all in one, and you don't get paid enough for it. We appreciate you. Who that? Skrmetta versus Shough, where we living in it.
I mean, I just got goosebumps. Podcast J never disappoints. One of the best, one of the most consistent. I mean, just never misses. Never misses. Great one to have as the cap off to this video. So Podcast J, main event on that one. Thank you very much for everybody calling in. We have a couple dozen more to get through, so we'll be sprinkling in more viewer voice messages this week. If you want to call in and talk to the face of the franchise and have me reply to your voice message, super easy. It's the easiest thing in the world. There's always a link to speakpipe.com in every single video description. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer. However, it's just boom, just like you do a phone call, put a voice message, it saves it. I go through it. I respond to every single one. All right. So thank you very much, everybody who sent one, and I'll see you in the next video.